I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Fu.
And I'm Main One, and we're Unplugged, Free Your Mind, a show where we discuss and share our perspectives on an array of topics from world news from an unbiased, unplugged point of view.
Yo, man. First off, I'm glad you were able to make. I can't stop smiling. Like I'm having a moment. I'm having a real live moment right now.
What's happening?
I pretty much had a revelation with the golf swing, and I feel bad that I'm not in Florida right now because Florida has ranges that stay open until 10 o'clock at night. So I can't go work out what I saw, but it's all good. It is what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, my man. If I could go right now, I swear to you, I would be out. I'll be at the range. No BS, hitting golf balls. I just shared it on what's the name? Live. Get ready. Oh, here we go. Get ready to go. Hold on 1 second, yo. Hold on. This Kimani. Yeah, what up, fam? So basically, you know how everybody's mind works differently, and
Yeah.
when you go take lessons from people and everything like that, they may say something and it makes sense, but it doesn't resonate with you. And I literally watched the video, and dude said something in relation to a part of your body and the way it's supposed to look. And I swear to you, bro, when I got out the car to do this Instacart order, and I did this with my arm, and I said, "Oh," I was like, "Oh shit, that makes sense." Like I'm talking about it, like immediately clicked. So we were supposed to play golf tomorrow in a Skins game, but because it's rain here so bad, they like the golf course pretty much underwater, so we really can't go play. But my brother, he gonna want to play regardless. And now I got this in me. I'm like, I gotta go play. I might end up tomorrow playing the best round of my life just because I got this in my mind. So I'm gonna see what's up. But did you get a chance
to rain? This rain, man. My yard is like a fucking pond in the backyard.
Yeah. And I meant to. Did I send you those documentaries to watch?
Nah.
I got 2 documentaries for you to watch, and I got them from a chick on TikTok or whatever. You got, my man. You have to check them out. The second one is really. The second one kind of plays into what you were talking about before about them paying farmers not to grow the food and everything like that. But you're gonna see. And Woody Harrelson is the he's the narrator or whatever. For everybody that's watching on TikTok, we're gonna have Constance Washington on our show tonight. So if you can, go to YouTube, go to Unplugged Free Your Mind or Unplugged FYM, and make sure you tune in. Without a doubt, you gotta watch this episode. She's gonna give us our whole story. Did you get a chance to go watch any of her videos?
Yeah, I did.
Bro, that's literally crazy. Constance, if you can hear us, we see you in the background. We're gonna bring you on probably in about 5 or 10 minutes. So you good. So you could so in the meantime, while you waiting to come on, start sending your people the YouTube link and tell them they need to go ahead and tune in. So we good. And mind you, you from New York. You can be as raw as you want. Cuss them out if you want to on our show. You good.
Yeah, I was actually in the I was telling my kids about who we were gonna have on the show, and they were like, yo, how they just stop building? And then I showed them the first video that you sent me, and they was like, how they able to get away with that? And I was like, yo, she gonna break it down, she gonna tell her story of what happened, to her with this company and up here in North Carolina and all that shit. But man, bro, I can't wait till we do Divide and Conquer part 2 from last week. Yo, it's so much stuff on Facebook. Like Killer Mike said, he was doing an interview with somebody, and he said, what did he say? He was like, everybody's so infatuated. And Charleston White said it too. He said, y'all so infatuated. He said, stop worrying about this fucking national election shit. He said, when you don't know who your city council person is, and your mayor, and your all this kind of stuff like that. And then I see this post of this person that I follow. I guess we friends on Facebook. I don't really know her like that, but she posted, and I saved the post, say, God help us all come November. And then I'm reading through the comments, and I'm like, and everybody's like, yeah, they ramping up all this racist stuff and Trump and Trump and Trump. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, bro. I'm like, I wanted to go in so bad. And I was like, nope. I said, I'm not gonna give that shit my fucking energy. I'm not. I refuse.
Hold off, and just keep your notes until next week when we had a show, and we can definitely get, because it makes sense to go into it. I mean, to be honest with you, at this rate, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm gonna see if I could reach out. I'm gonna reach out to Charleston White and Killer. I might go over to that barbershop, see if I can get in contact with Killer Mike, because what you're saying is what I've been saying on the TikTok page, pretty much talking about, do you know who your city councilman is? Do you know who your county commissioner is? Have you been to a school board meeting? Have you been to one school board meeting? Like literally. And it just goes to show how people, they don't pay attention to what's going on locally, but as soon as something happens, they're ready to bitch and moan. That's where the problems come in at. And that's probably why when we have Constance on, they're doing what they're doing where they are, because nobody's holding them accountable. That's the whole thing. Because I think a lot of people are actually scared of government, that they nervous about what they can possibly do and everything like that. When bottom line is, your vote is how you hold them accountable on the local level. We ain't talking about national level. National level, they selected, they're not elected. We get that. That's that part. It is what it is. But for everybody out there, like we're not gonna hold her in the background too long, because we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna rock out, because we want this show to be completely about her, straight up and down. I came across a video on TikTok about this woman, and all I could do is shake my head. And I was lucky enough to get in contact with her, and we told her she could use our platform to tell her story. Hands down. I actually made a mistake. I need to text somebody to let them know that they need to be tuning in, because he might have someone who could possibly help. So without further,
when we bring her in, do we want to, and I guess we can ask her if we want to just play a little part of that video that you put in the chat, in our group chat, so people can get an idea what she's going to be talking about, or just let her just rock out.
Let her rock out.
Okay.
Let her rock out, because we can guide them to TikTok and everything like that. So that'd be a good look. Constance, if you can, just go ahead and unmute yourself, and you good.
Good evening. My name is Constance Washington. How's everybody tonight?
You might want to tell your soldiers in the back, be quiet. Tell them they got to get out.
Right. Go tell them to be quiet. Actually, I'm in the room, to be honest with you. And you guys know I got a lot of kids. All right. Tell them to lower their voice. So I do got a lot of kids. I apologize. I just got in from work. I did some overtime.
What you might want to do, I don't know if you can see it. You gotta glare like right in your face. See,
you know what? You're right. That is the what about now? Is this better?
That's better. Yeah, you're good.
Perfect.
Okay. That's perfect. I want to first tell you, I'm gonna reach out to a couple people to kind of get them on so they can see the story too. But the floor is gonna be completely yours. You don't have to be politically correct. You can say whatever you want. Like, this is your time to vent, because people need to know what's going on. Because I made a couple videos for you today on TikTok, and there's people saying if this don't sound right, she did something
Right.
wrong. But I'm like, you don't even know. Had you even looked at the story? That's
Right.
why I wanted to give you the platform to kind of go in about everything, but don't just go immediately into the story. Tell the people about you and how you even got to this point and why you wanted to leave and everything like that.
Yes, sir. Okay. So I'm going to start at the beginning. It's a long, very long process. Um, if I forget certain things, I do apologize. I've been going through this since 2021.
Oh wow.
Again, I've started this process actually before 2021 because it took me 8 years to save up, guys. So I live in Brooklyn, New York. I have 10 children. I have a blended family, and that's a whole nother process. I have children from the age of 40 to 8 years old, and I worked very, very hard. And I decided it's time for me to get my children out of Brooklyn. It's time for me to take my children to a safer environment. So I figured that maybe the South will be a better place because, from what I was told, it's a slower pace. You know, more spacious. I can get more for my money. So it took me 8 years to save up to buy me a piece of land. I decided to buy me a piece of land and go that route. So this way, Commonwealth, God forbid if something was to happen to me, my children will always have a roof over their head. That's very important to me as every other parent. We want our children to have Commonwealth. And I also believe it's time for us to start owning land.
Yes, we agree.
We need to own land, and I thought about it a lot. I would like to grow my own vegetables, grow my own fruit. I thought about all these things for my children and I have 5 grandsons. So my children and I sat down and I asked them, did they want to relocate to North Carolina? They all agreed. I started my saving process. After 8 long years, I got online because I live in Brooklyn, New York, and traveling back and forth was not an option for me. The flying back and forth, the gas, the tolls, it's a lot. So, and plus it was during COVID, guys. So during COVID, everybody was saying, do everything online. Everything was, via cam. So I'm online. I'm looking for a piece of land that I could afford, and I found a piece of land in the county called Edenton, North Carolina. Also, it was by the water. I was saying, well, if we're gonna go down south, I want to be by some water because I know it's hot down there. So I found a piece of land that I could afford, guys, in Edenton, North Carolina. I contacted the real estate agent that was connected with the land. We did some talking back and forth. She said, come on down and look at the land. I flew down to Edenton, North Carolina. I liked it, the land. I liked it, the location. It was in a, like a gated community, sort of. And I figured that was good, being that I was going down by myself with my children. So I said a gated community would be good, safety. It was an acre and a half. So I'm like, okay, I could build me a nice big house. The kids have, space to play. I could do my garden. Everything was working okay. I did the closing a month and a half later. I closed on the land. I paid cash money for the land. The land belonged to me.
Hold that thought. If you don't mind me asking, how much did you pay?
I paid $48,000 for the land.
You paid $48,000 cash for the land.
Yes.
And you have all the documentation showing that you own that land.
Yes, I have the deed. I have everything. The land belongs to me.
And keep on going. We listen.
And this was in the beginning of 2021. So I had to apply for a mortgage to get my home built. I didn't have money to build the home, but in the process of saving, I was also fixing my credit because you guys know it's very difficult to fix up your credit. So I felt pretty good. My credit score was like 680. I was in the business. When I tell you guys I was working very hard, I'm saving up. I'm saving. I'm not spending. And this is 8 years. We're not celebrating Christmas and Easter and birthdays. But like I was explaining to the kids, we got to sacrifice. In order to get where we need to go, we have to sacrifice. So there was like an 8 long year of sacrificing. My credit score is up. I applied for a mortgage with a company called Intercoastal Bank. They approved me for a loan for $289,000. That's good. That's real good, for a single working person. I was very proud of myself. So I was trying to figure out, do I get a house bill? Because they were saying, and you can get a stick home, a double wide trailer, or a modular. I went with a modular because they were saying modular homes are built 80% in the factory, and then they drive it to the land, and they put it on the land on the base, and they connect everything. And so I said, well, okay, I could. And plus, with modulars, you could pretty much get the home built like you want. I have 10 children, so I'm looking for something like an 8 or 9 bedroom. So they told me I ordered a home. The first floor was 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, with upstairs for future. I was gonna get 4 bedrooms built, but they Down East Homes is where I went. Told me to get the upstairs, the 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms built upstairs was going to be an extra $90,000. I said to Down East Homes, I tell you what, do the future plumbing, do the future electricity, do the like the installation or whatever you need, and leave it like that. And in the future, I will get the rest of the bedrooms built because some of the kids is in college. I have a daughter in the army, so I had 2 or 3 years to pretty much play with. So I said we could work with the 4 bedrooms downstairs, and I'll get me some guys working on the side, get me throw up some sheetrock, make some bedrooms. I know how to hustle.
Yeah.
They said okay. They said okay. These people treated me very nice in the beginning. The hospitality, really made me feel comfortable. Oh, come on now. Oh, sure, we can do this, we can do that. I was like, oh, okay, good. I'm in the money. I put my down payment and I signed the contract. Flew back to New York.
Constance, let me
Yeah.
stop you real quick.
Yes, sir.
What was the name of the company that was built the modular house?
Yes, they're called Down East Homes of Elizabeth City. Down East Homes is owned by a man named Jeff Jones. He actually have 8 sites. He have Down East Homes of Greenville, Down East Homes of Bellevue. He have 8 sites all over the South.
Okay, gotcha.
Fly home. Okay, I skipped something. They gave me an app because I live in New York. They gave me an app called Built. With this app, they told me I can go on the app and I can see the progress of the house. I said, great. I flies back home. Throughout the month, like 3, 4 months go by. I keep looking at my app and I don't see anything. So I'm calling Down These Homes and I'm like, I'm looking at the app. I don't see the progress of my house. Is everything okay? Oh yeah, everything is okay. Maybe the app don't work due to COVID. I said, okay, 5 months go by. Is he talking? Oh, 5 months go by, still nothing. I don't see nothing on the app. I called Down These Homes again. And I'm, like asking them questions. What's the progress of the house? Where you guys at? I don't see anything with the house. Now they starting to get a little. Well, Miss Washington, you got to be patient. So I said, yeah, I'm patient. It's 5 months. I just want to see the progress of my house. I don't see nothing on the app. Well, maybe you guys can take some pictures and send me some pictures. Because who don't want to see the progress of their house? And lo and behold, guys, I'm going to fast forward. A year go by. A whole year go by. I'm calling Down These Homes. I'm calling Down These Homes. I'm asking them what's the progress of the house. Now they're getting nasty with me. Miss Washington, you just called here. You just called. Hold up. This is a house. It's not a shirt or a pair of pants. This is a house. I want to know the progress of my house. Well, I emailed Down These Homes and I told them, I don't like the relationship. I'm going to move on to another company. The contract is breached. They told me my home was going to be ready in 8 months. It's a whole year. But I'm the type of person, I like to do things right. So I emailed them. I put it in the email and I said to Down These Homes that I'm moving on to another company, and I emailed it to them. 3 weeks later, Down These Homes dropped a house on my land anyway. The app that I've been asking them about all year goes off, and it says a notification says I have a home on the land. I open up the app, lo and behold, it's a half a house sitting on my land. After I told down these home, I was moving on. So now I'm like, wait, whoa. We go down, fly down south for a few weeks later. Sure enough, there's a half a house sitting on my land, but it's the wrong house. It's a big blue, it's a totally different house. It's the wrong house. I go to Downey's homes. I'm asking them what is going on. What is this house doing on my land? This is not the house. Move the house. They tell me it was an honest mistake. The contractors wasn't informed not to put the house on my land. And I said, but that's impossible because this is not even the house that I ordered. It's the wrong house. So Downey's house placed a home on my land, I believe, to stop me from moving on to another company.
But let me make a statement, and this is part of the statement and a question. Not only did you say they breached the contract because of the time, but they also breached the contract because you said to them, I'm moving on. So by
Yes,
I'm moving on, they just throw something up there. Oh no, that doesn't solve the problem. That's another breach of contract because you broke the contract even by doing that, because this isn't what I ordered, correct?
yes, sir, absolutely. And I have my contract, and my contract says a 4-bedroom, but this is a 3-bedroom. It's a totally different house. And I'm asking them to move the house. Now I don't have a bulldozer. I don't even know. I don't really know where to start. So they saying I goes to the precinct. The precinct says it's a civil litigation. I have to go to court. So now we go to the court. The court says, "Oh, you can." This is where Wendy Turner comes in. Oh, you could be in litigation for a law.
1 second. Let everybody know who that is. We don't know who Wendy Turner is. Explain who that is first.
Okay, so Wendy Turner is the deputy chief clerk that works in Chowan County Clerk's office.
Okay.
Wendy Turner states that we can be in litigation for years. She was right about that part. She's maybe it would be better off to work with the company. I comes back home to New York. Downey's homes. I'm back and forth with Downey's homes. I'm asking them to move the house. This is not the right house. Downey's homes says to me they can make the house bigger and better. Now I'm thinking, this is going to be a long process. We ready to move in. My oldest daughter surrendered her apartment. She resigned from her job. We all ready to move in. I got my retirement papers put in. I'm thinking we moving. So I'm like, okay, let me try to work with the company before I go into litigation. It's always good to work with the company. The company told me that they was going to make the home bigger and better. They said that it shouldn't be long. I agreed. I signed another contract with Downey's homes for them to do the bedrooms upstairs. Because now this is something that I was going to do anyway, so it would benefit me anyway if they go ahead on and do the bedrooms.
So they was gonna do this for the same price that they originally quoted you for.
Exactly, because I asked Downey's homes, they told me that this house was the same price. They agreed to do, and then they put it in writing. I asked them, I said, y'all got to put this in writing. They put it in writing. They gave me another contract. They gave me a sketch of the how they going to do the upstairs. 4 months go by, nothing was done. But the purpose of them doing that was to kill time, because when in civil litigations, everything is a time frame. So if you don't get into court by a certain amount of days and a certain amount of time, from my understanding, so they telling me they're going to do the upstairs. I'm believing them. They put it in the contract. 4 months later, nothing was done. Instead of them telling me the truth, nothing was done, they try to offer money off the house. And I'm explaining to them, I don't need money off the house. I need the bedrooms. I need something to accommodate my family. What I'm going to do with a 3-bedroom house? That was an agreement. So guys, this is where we at now. I finally had to go into litigation because down these homes wouldn't make right on the contract. They kept saying we'll take money off the house. We'll take money off the house. When I explained to them, I can't do nothing with this 3-bedroom house. I can't do nothing with the upstairs that's not completed. I can't do this is not even a house. I had to wind up going into litigation. It's very difficult to find a attorney in that area, and I was told I wasn't going to find an attorney. So this is something that they used to. This is their practice.
Mm.
I went into litigation as a pro se litigant because I couldn't find an attorney. So I Googled it. I did a summons and complaint. I filed it in civil court because I figure how hard could it be to explain to the judge this is the contract and this is the house.
Right.
How hard could it be? Sir, this is the contract and this is the house. This is not the house that I ordered. And they put the house down a year after. It was breached. And this is my emails where I told them that I'm moving on. I have everything. I have my proof. How hard could it be? If I can't find a lawyer, I just explain to the judge, I'm not a lawyer. I have to explain to you what happened in my language, but this is the contract, this is the house, and this is the emails. How hard could that be? Well, the judge dismissed my summons and complaint without prejudice. He said, Miss Washington, get a lawyer and come back because there's a lot of things in North Carolina laws that's different from New York. And the reason why he said that is because I work for the courts in New York. But I'm a criminal clerk. So civil is like a foreign language to me. I don't know nothing about the civil laws. Also in North Carolina, their laws is a little different. So he dismissed my summons and complaint without prejudice. Meanwhile, Down East Holmes' attorney went over to Chowan County where he has favor, and he put a lien on my property. And this is where it get interesting. I goes to answer the lien. The deputy chief clerk, Wendy Turner of Chowan County Superior Court, says you don't have to file an answer. Aren't you in litigation in another court? Which that should have been a red flag for me. But at the time, I didn't know. I just figured maybe all the courts was connected. How she know I'm in litigation somewhere else? I said to Wendy Turner, no, Down East Holmes' attorney put a lien on my property in this court. So this is the court. I have to file an answer. Anytime you being sued, you have to file an answer. So do me a favor, file stamp my complaint, my answer, and give me a copy. She said, okay, and that's what she did. So I had my copy of my answer. A few months later, I get a notification that I have court on Columbus Day in the county called Pergamus County. I thought it was a mistake. I almost didn't go. I like Pergamus County. This is a mistake. And I Googled it on Columbus Day. It stated that all the courts was closed. But being that it was pertaining to my land, I went anyway. I said, well, I'm going to go. And if it's closed, it's closed. But at least I know I'm going to go. I went back down south, went to Pergamus County and guess what? The court is open just for me on Columbus Day. There's not even a court officer. I walk right in. When I walks in, Down East Holmes' attorney and the judge is there. And I'm like, wow, I'm sitting in court on Columbus Day. The court is open. The judge said a few things, granted. I'm sitting there like, what just happened? The judge granted a default judgment on my land. Down East Holmes' attorney comes over to me and he says to me, quote unquote, you might as well put your money where your mouth is because my client is going to get paid one way or the other, or I'm going to sell your land.
Wow.
That's exactly what he told me. Now I'm sitting there in a state of shock because it wasn't court. I didn't even get a chance to be heard. I never said a word. I never got a chance to say anything. It was a slaughter. It was, now come to find out, I'm doing my investigation. I stayed in North Carolina an extra day. I goes back to Chowan County clerk's office. Wendy Turner, I goes up to her. How did I go in default judgment? I filed the answer. Give me a copy of everything in my folder. She's trembling and shaking and turning red. It's her. How did my answer, my 26-page answer that you filed stamp, disappeared out of my folder? Because the same thing that the attorney said that I didn't file an answer is amazing. That same answer is not in my folder. So the attorney knows to put it in his complaint that I didn't file an answer because he know Wendy Turner is taking it out of my folder. That's amazing. In the complaint that the attorney filed, it said I didn't file an answer. And mind you, I certified a letter to the attorney, my answer. He signed for it. I have the certified letter where the attorney filed for my answer, and I have the answer that Wendy Turner stamped filed and gave me a copy. I thank God I had a copy. I said I want to speak to your supervisor, Dwayne Gooden. The supervisor, Dwayne Gooden, emails me a letter, and I have the letter stating that they found my answer. Y'all found a 26-page answer, and the only reason why he did that was because I sent my answer to the Attorney General's office. And I said, my land went into default judgment, and the clerk filed, stamped my answer, and I sent the Attorney General a copy of my answer. They contacted Chowan County Clerk's office. Then I get a letter that they found my answer. So now, if they found my answer, how am I in default judgment? Dwayne Goodwin emails me and tells me to tell my attorney to put in a motion to set aside the default judgment and get ready for trial. Now, I don't have an attorney. So I found an attorney down there that said he will do the motion for me for $500, but he can't take my case. He did the motion. He filed the motion.
What reason did he give you that he couldn't take the case? He couldn't take the case
because he said he's like 6 hours away, and that he doesn't work in that county.
Okay, got you.
So I said, okay. He did the motion. We submitted the motion. I got a copy. He submitted the motion to the courthouse. I get another court date to go to court now in Currituck County. And I'm like, Currituck County? Why am I being, I never put in the motion to change my venue. But I'm being transferred all over North, the Eastern District and all these different counties. I go to court, guess what? It's the same judge, Marvin K. Blunt. I'm looking at this judge and I'm like, wait a minute, this is the same judge. This judge is from Pitt County. And they say those judges, they go to they sit in different courts, and I get it. But why am I being transferred all over the Eastern District to make sure I stay on this judge, Marvin K. Blunt, calendar? He denies it. He denies to overturn the default judgment. He denies it. I don't know why. And I'm saying, well, why is it being denied? I filed the answer. So my land is still in default judgment because he denied it. I write the commissioner office. The commissioner office said we did a hearing. He goes under investigation. The commissioner office tells me there's going to be an investigation. We're going to do a hearing. They do the hearing. I asked them what happens. What's the outcome? They tells me it's confidential. What was the purpose of the hearing if y'all not going to help me, if y'all not going to do nothing? It's clear what's going on here. What was the purpose of putting the judge under investigation and having a hearing if y'all tell me now there's nothing y'all can do, that his disciplinary action is confidential? And I'm saying, so what I'm supposed to do? They told me I got to take it to the appellate division. I put in a notice of appeal for the default judgment, and now I'm waiting for the appellate division to give me a court date to overturn the default judgment because I filed the answer.
So that's where you stand, right? That's where the court stand. I mean, the case stands right now.
Yes, sir. I put in the motion. I put in a notice of appeal to appeal the default judgment. Meanwhile, nothing. I just nothing is being done.
Here's the whole thing. First and foremost, because we had a friend of the show ask this question real quick. He said, ask her the guy's attorney's name and the owner's name one more time.
Okay. The attorney for Downey's Homes is give me 1 minute. It's just so many names. The attorney for Down East Homes is and I should know this because we've been at back and forth. Yeah, give me a minute because it's just so many names.
I don't want you to. I don't even let it come to you because it's fine. We could always get that to him. But here's the whole thing. Right about
John P. Marshall. John P. Marshall. I'm sorry. His name is John P. Marshall.
Thank you, TF in the chat. But here's the thing. Like we said, you never know who a person knows.
Yes.
So here's the whole thing. I'm a friend, not a friend. I know him. His name is Rashad Ritchie. I don't know if you've ever seen him or whatever, but he's all over certain issues and things like that. And I literally just text him with the video with your story and the link to jump on. So I hope that he jumps on. Yeah. At the same time, I'm going to send him your phone number. I'm going to send you his phone number.
Okay.
Because bottom line is, I want to commend you. You on motherfucking point. And I say that because, number one, you got common sense. Number two, you from Brooklyn. And number three, you already in the court system. So the issue they have with you is you got a paper trail.
Yes.
But they wanna wait you out. Like they really want to stall you out, not realizing once this gets a little bit of wind, they're gonna be asked the fuck out. They really are asked the fuck out because right now, like they said, you in civil court, you're gonna be able to sue the shit out of everybody. Everybody. So I'm gonna enjoy your retirement package you're gonna get from them rather than one you're getting from New York. You about to bust their ass. I know that shit is fact. It's just a matter of time because we have to get the right people involved. So
absolutely,
I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep your story going and reach out to as many people as I can.
Thank you.
Because it's the right thing to do. And I could already tell you ain't gonna quit. I know that for a fact. You ain't no quit in you, but just know on our end, as far as me and Jermaine, you're not by yourself. Like you good. You got a bully pulpit anytime you want to come on here, whether you want to tell an update or anything.
And see, this is the issue with these predatory companies like this because they tried to take advantage of your situation because you were not from North Carolina. You were from there. It was during COVID, so everything was done via online, so virtually. So they never thought, oh, she gonna keep taking these flights, coming down here, checking this. She not gonna come to this court. She not gonna file these motions. She not. So I commend you for being diligent in this effort because that was, first of all, it was a lot of money that you and your family sacrificed to even first get that land. Then it was sacrificed to get your credit and stuff taken care of. How you can get to the process to get to the modular home, and for them to try to take advantage of you with that is really a crime in itself. And you're gonna get your reward. You're gonna get what's coming to you, and they're gonna get what's coming to them because karma is undefeated. The universe don't ever work for evil.
Absolutely. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it because, like a lot of people say there is no way this happened like this.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is you can tell they so bluntly, freely, like a person that don't know And at first I was upset because I was like, why y'all not fighting back? Because a few people actually jumped on my page and they was like, oh my God, I know some people that down these homes did this too. And I was like, why y'all won't fight back? If y'all not gonna fight back, at least go into the ratings and tell your story and tell people, because I went up there and I told my story on a rating. So this way the person behind me won't step into this.
Right, right,
You know what I'm saying? The person behind me is because it's traumatizing. I mean, I have literally lost sleep. I mean, I walked the floors, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I couldn't think, and my hair falling out, I'm losing weight, and I said, no, 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 no. I had to pull it back. I had to literally get myself. I was like outside of myself because I couldn't believe this was happening. And I would sit up and I would look over my papers for hours and hours. I would look over my papers and I would do research, and I would, and me and my daughter, we was just researching and researching, and it was so stressful because when you don't know, you don't know.
I got a question
right.
for you based on what you just said, because you said you couldn't sleep.
No.
When you did go to sleep, how many dreams you had of choking that chick out that fucked you over? And I know you wanted to, I know you was like,
You
oh,
know, I almost, stepped outside of myself, because I wasn't always here. God is still not done with me. No, I'm serious. God is still not done with me, and I had to really say, think about your children, think about your job, think about your future, because if you go where you thinking about going, what about the kids? I'm not going to even lie to you guys. I was like, I'm going to burn it down. It's coming off my land one way or the other. What else can I do? I was thinking, this is my land. I purchased this land. This is not the house. They're wrong. That's it. If I can't drag it off and I'm gonna burn it down. Then I said, you got to do things accordingly. Because two wrongs don't make a right. And if you do that, you're going to get in trouble. See, they're not going to get in trouble, but you're going to get in trouble. And then you got to think about the kids, and everything is going to be in vain. So I had to catch myself. It's been a lot of times where, like I said, I was outside of myself, but I'm a fighter. I fought all my life. So I said, I guess God got me prepared for this, because this is a biggie for me, and I experienced a lot of prejudice and a lot of discrimination. I have experienced it before, but nothing like this. When they say, "Oh, why y'all have so many kids anyway?" So excuse me, the stuff that was. I know what it is. I was raised by a colored woman. I know what it is to eat oxtails and collard greens. Excuse me, what do oxtails and collard greens got to do with my house? And what the hell do it got to do with a colored woman? So white people don't eat collard greens and oxtails? And another thing, oxtails and collard greens don't go with each other. I don't cook ox. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, sir?
we
You
invited
know,
Kimani. This is a brother of the show, Kimani Braceworth, on to introduce him too.
hi, money. Thanks for having me.
You muted, Kimani. You muted, Kimani.
Hey, how
Oh,
you
it's
doing,
cool.
bro? I
Hey,
I had a different kind of flavor to the show, man. I'm one of those guys that I don't do the lawyers and all of that stuff, man, because it only gets you further in debt and all of that shit,
yes,
all of that stuff. I was just talking to my wife, man, and we're watching The Sopranos right now. It's a little off topic, but I'm like,
okay,
Sopranos, right? You look at the Italian. You're from Brooklyn. You already know about the Italians. When they got a problem, they go to that problem, and that problem might be limping for a few weeks, but it gets taken care of, type shit. They don't deal with the
yes,
litigation and all that. And my problem with our people is, where are our men? I expect you to go through all the litigation and stuff you got to go through. You can't go break legs and stuff like that. That's why I text
yes.
my man, asked him, because I see. Hey, I went to the website and I see the manager and all of that stuff, but I didn't see this Jeff guy. What's Jeff's last name?
Jones.
His name is Jeff Jones.
Jeff Jones.
And the reason why you don't see a picture of Jeff Jones, because I searched. You see, I got pictures of everybody. I
Right.
searched for Jeff Jones, and he does not have no pictures posted nowhere.
Did he show up to court?
His son, I believe that was his son. Even though when he got up on the stand, he said Jeff Jones. That was not Jeff Jones. I think that was Jeff Jones Jr. It was his son.
Okay.
But Jeff Jones he also have business in Pitt County because Jeff Jones sent the affidavits of service. I goes to the back of the affidavits of service and I post it. It says Pitt County. The judge that make sure he's minding my business, he makes sure I stay on his calendar. He's from Pitt County. And another thing, he's an elected judge. So with those elected judges, they get sponsors and they get votes from these same companies that do dirt. Those companies is the ones who put those elected judges in their seat. Why? So when they do dirt, those judges cover them. And then that town is so small, you could throw a rock and you out. Everybody knows everybody. So it's like I really don't have no wins. But you don't think this is 2024? You know, I'm not saying.
When the next time you got to go to like court or something up there, sis?
Well, right now I'm in again the notice of appeal stage. I put in the notice of appeal, and I'm waiting for the appellate division in Raleigh, North Carolina, to send me information. They said I have to submit briefs, and after I submit briefs, then I get a court date. So that's what I'm waiting for.
Sad to me, man. I ain't gonna take over your show, fool. But you saw the case in Georgia, right? Where the young man invited the white folks in his house, and they ended up getting a restraining order.
We friends, yeah. We friends, yeah.
This stuff is way too often, man. And these courts and these litigations ain't for us. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna say this on live, whatever the hell it is, because I don't care how anybody feels about what I say. It's nobody. I think you better off paying for a few brothers gas and hotel or whatever expenses and going down there and just putting the screws to somebody. I'm telling you, if you kick the right ass, man, stuff will get taken care of. As far as all this litigating, I'm this side.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm that guest. As far as getting, it don't matter how many Johnny Cochrans you get. If these white folks, they know what they're doing. They put the white folks. It's only, and this is a model that they've used for the world. It's only a few of them. So they put them in the most powerful positions. So it doesn't matter how many of y'all it is, of us it is down here, because they're the judge, they're the sheriff, they're the deputies, that sort of shit. Give her my number, bro, and have her call me. Because if you want this shit taken care of just my way, I'd be willing to put a team together and go make some things happen, and your hands will be clean from this shit. So you can give me a call if you want to. Who's got his other man coming on here, the lawyer? If you want to go that route, I totally respect that too. But I've seen this shit happen too many times for me. If it happens to me or somebody I love, somebody getting fucked up. That's just, I'm doing it the old Brooklyn way. I'm doing it. I don't even live in Brooklyn, but I'm doing it the old Brooklyn way.
So you know about Brooklyn, and that's another thing. You know, it's getting rough. It's getting rough. It's very expensive to live here now. You know, very, very expensive. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I've grown. I've come a long way, and Chemo, I greatly appreciate it. I thank you, but I don't want nobody to,
And that's perfectly understandable, sis. Look, I had a guy, and Fu and my man, remember this? Remember the black girl that went and had the slumber party at the white girl's house, and they killed her? Remember that?
Yes.
I got in touch with her husband. Was like, look, man, I don't know. I can't bring her back, but I can make you feel better by doing A, B, and C. And he was like, no, I don't want your kind of help.
It's terrible.
We need men like me in our communities, because
we do.
laws, the language of the laws, and everything else, we'll never win. We might win, but it's going to be at a cost that you know. Yeah. So
You're right, because at one point I was like, this is just an illusion.
yeah,
I'm trying to do the right thing, and I'm running back and forth to court, and I'm watching all of this unfold in front of me, and how
yeah.
they all working together, and I'm sitting here like, wow.
And you spending
What?
all of this money doing the traveling and all of this stuff. Says, look, you got something to write something down with.
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I do. I got my notes. Look, I got my notes. I got my book and my notes right here.
My heart bleeds for you, sis. I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
my phone number when you've
I got
exhausted.
you. I got you. I got you. That way we don't do it online. I got you. I'm gonna make sure she get everything. I got you.
When you
Hey,
have a measure, sis.
Thank you so much.
When you ready to give up, before you give up, you give me a call.
man,
Okay.
the one of the bigger problems is, so I'm looking on the little website. So I just did a little Google, and I'm looking at the reviews. I actually saw your review on there, and all these people who have gotten screwed by them that have not done anything. That's the problem. If all of you guys, I mean, it's about 92 reviews on here. So
Yeah.
if all of these 92 people get together and do something, they can't keep doing that to people. But as long as
I asked
it's
them.
just one person, then
Yep.
they can be like, all right, man, fuck her. We got enough money to outlast her. we
Right.
we got the people in place that say move it from here to keep you jumping through hoops. So if
Yes.
everybody, that's the thing, everybody have to be able to come together.
I asked a few people because when I first got on TikTok, because the attorney that did the motion to set aside the default judgment, he said to me, he looked over at me, he said, Constance, he said, I'm sorry. He said, whatever's going on here, it was already planned. He said, something is not right. He said, I've never seen nothing like this before. He said, my suggestion to you is you need to get some social media help. So I said, "What you mean?" Because I didn't have a lot of knowledge about TikTok and all. He said, "You got to get some social media help." He said, "Because whatever's going on here was planned before you got here."
I'm gonna put this. I got a question for you because it's something that you said that triggers something in me. This is definitely going to work out. That part I truly believe. Once everything is done and goes in your favor, do you really still want to live there? The reason why I make that statement is you already said it's a very small community. Everybody knows everybody. That means you're gonna have to be putting up with some bullshit because they're gonna come after you. So I'm thinking, in the meantime, while all this is going on, you gotta find a different place to go to because we know how certain people can be very vindictive. They can be very, very vindictive, and you don't want to put yourself in a situation where they will see the other side of you, because that's gonna be another way they can come after you. So you gotta factor that in, because too many people, like, that circle is too tight, and you're there by yourself. That's the difference.
Right.
I,
And I don't know.
I, I'll come stay for a few weeks, sis. I'll come stay for a few weeks. My wife right here, she all right with it. I'll come stay for a few
Okay.
weeks. Got no problem with it. Look, man, listen, man. We got at some point, man. Some point, man. At some point, we got to stop this shit. This shit been going on forever, bro. Forever. Look at all of the places they done took from us. Central Park and all of these places they done flooded and took our fucking land, bro. At some point, we gotta stop this shit. It's gotta be fucking bloodshed. Like, if you get this shit taken care of, sis, and you worried about that, I will gladly come stay on your property for a couple of weeks. Gladly. Because we shouldn't. I'm out here where we live right now. We out in the mountains, out in New Mexico, Arizona area. It's
Oh,
98.2% white, and the other 0.8% or whatever, 1.8% is Mexican and other shit. It ain't black. We should be able to go anywhere we want to in our damn country because it's our country. Them days is over. So I understand what Food's saying, with you being a woman, being single by, you know, without a man or whatever, man. But get you a couple of brothers or something down there. I'll come down there and say, get you a couple of brothers, man. These they cowards. They hide behind legal shit and legislation that they create, local legislation that they create and all that. And if that don't work, then they come try to burn the cross. But if somebody shove that cross up their ass, then the problem solved. And they haven't had that in a while. You hear more of these stories than you hear stories of somebody kicking one of these hunkies in their ass and everything being okay. Because we don't do it enough, man.
And I'm glad that we was able to get Kimani on so that you can see you got people who don't even know you that got your back.
Yes.
Straight up and down. Like I want you to really understand that you aren't alone. And you got people out here that's going to do their part to help, because shit like this, like so many things out here can go viral. This is the type of shit that needs to go viral, but more importantly, these are the types of stories that need to be taken care of. Because another thing that don't pop in my mind is it got to be a black-owned company that can come pick up that house and take that house back to their what's the name, wherever that factory is, take it back there. And then you do what you got to do, because once that thing gets removed, it is what it is. Because honestly, that's their house, not yours. So
right.
if it gets removed, they can't say nothing at all.
Right. Right.
So, like I said, I'm most definitely going to do my part. I'm gonna reach out to as many people as I can. We're gonna blast this story out, because we got so many influencers out there. And I'm talking about in reference to our media. I'm talking about our media. But you also have other people out there who have huge platforms. If they hear your story, it gets out there. Because honestly, and this is my opinion, and Jermaine and Kimani, y'all can give y'all view on this. Once this story gets out, that company's gonna be coming to you, because now they're gonna be offering you money to get out of this shit. That's the way I feel, because that's the whole thing. But as much trouble and stress they put on you, we gotta bust their ass and do the same thing.
Right.
Hey, I just got one more question, sis. How much money have you given them? How much do your have?
Like 70,000.
Constance, I don't want you to shed not one more tear. Everything's gonna work out how it's supposed to work out. Don't you shed another tear. This shit gonna get handled. Trust me.
Okay.
It's gonna be this is gonna be like this the type of thing this is the type of cause that's worth getting behind. Because you deserve this, and so do your children. And I can tell you right now, the 3 brothers that's on this show right now, we ain't gonna stop. That's not gonna happen. This just not gonna fucking happen. Straight up and down. So, and for everybody out there that's tuning in, look, do whatever you can do. If you know anybody in North Carolina, like whatever you can do something. And the smallest thing you can do is share this damn video. Is to go on TikTok, find her on TikTok, and share her story. That's all this is, because everything is about word of mouth, straight up and down. And if you don't want to put in the actual physical work that we gonna do, to click a button take 1 second. You ain't got no excuse at all. Damn that. And this is a cause worth getting behind.
Constance, do us a favor. In the private chat, if you see the private chat, just put your TikTok information and everything in there so people can go look you up. We'll put it up on the screen so people can go look you up and find you and follow you, okay?
Yes.
And in the meantime, while Jermaine just said that, oh shit, she done kicked herself out. She done hit the button and she'll be back.
God, she'll be back.
She's got to get used to it. It's all good. It's all good. Yo, Kimani, man, you already know. It's all love, and we most definitely appreciate it. But honestly, I don't think they know what's headed their way based on what you said, because all they saw was her.
Yeah.
They haven't seen the machine yet, yo.
That's why I want to know. That's why I want to know when she got to go back to court, bro. Because here's the thing, man, and it makes me feel bad as a man, bro. Fool, you know how I feel about this shit, bro. We the only ones, man. Our black women are the only ones that motherfuckers pull this shit on, bro, because they're unprotected out here. Ain't nobody willing to bust motherfucking ribs and kneecaps and shit, bro. If a motherfucking, I'm saying this, don't put this on. I mean, this ain't got nothing to do with this show. This is Kamani Brave Horse's fucking opinions. If a motherfucker get a few ribs broke and a few kneecaps busted off, she'll get what she need, bro. But it ain't happened yet. And like you said, there's 90-something reviews on there. I guarantee you 90% of them black. I guarantee you, either black or poor white people, because the judges is in on it. Everybody's getting that little $70,000 she sent. The judge probably got 10. This person probably got 5. Everybody getting their kickbacks, bro. Everybody getting their kickbacks. Man, if we go whoop some motherfucking ass, man, that'll stop all of this shit. But until we do, we just gonna try to out the white man system type shit.
I know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look to see how many black owned home building companies there are and reach out to them to tell them this story, because maybe one of them will be willing to do whatever they got to do to build this damn house for this woman, because that's the whole thing. Now, mind you, I'm a realist. I understand that people gonna be like, nah, I can't do, but that's why to me it's all about the 80-20 rule. I'm about to find as many as I can, and with any luck, one of them motherfuckers is interested in doing something, because that's the biggest thing too. Somebody can do something, and to me, the more people that we find, if a bunch of people do a little bit of shit, this can get taken care of, straight up and down. That's what it takes. It just can't take one person. I mean, we lucky enough one person, but we already know who we can't count on. The motherfucker that's supposed to be out there doing something, that got the money and all that shit, they ain't gonna do a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing.
This shit is heartbreaking, man. I'm gonna leave y'all to y'all devices. Who, Jay?
We about to log off too. We just wanted to give her an opportunity to share her story. Make sure we can help her get it out there, because we gonna do our best to get it out there.
Make sure she get my number, man. When all of that bullshit fails, bro. Yeah, have her give me a call, man. You know, make sure she get my number. I'm gonna go to her page, man. Hopefully it's under Constance Washington. Go to her.
It is. It is.
I know. I'm gonna share her story, man. Do a little.
Constance Washington 03.
03.
Okay. Her picture, she like wearing a black dress or something like that. But it's definitely up there. And for everybody, because we are getting ready to tune off. For everybody out there, look, we most definitely appreciate the love that you give to us, but forget us. Whatever support, love, anything that you give to us, pass that shit on to her, because she needs it. She needs as much positive energy as possible right now with what she's going through. She really do need this shit, because she mentally she's beat the fuck up. And we can do our part to bring that up, because like Jermaine said a few minutes ago, karma is a bitch. It's gonna be this right here is gonna be real powerful when it come back on their ass, straight up and down. So for all of y'all out there, we most definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. If anybody has any type of information to help her, get it to me, get it to us on the show. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case may be. We will most definitely get it to her. Trade Day, we with you. If you can, to communicate with her, just look her up, Constance Washington on TikTok. She's there. And if you want to information, like, I don't want to just give her information out without, communicating with her first, but reach out to her personally and you should be good. And I'll make sure that I do my part or whatever to do my best to communicate, but she's going to be able to watch this also. But for everybody out there, please just like, share, subscribe this particular post, because we're going to push this shit like crack. Hands down. We got to get this story out, and we're going to do our part. So we appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, show this woman some love or whatever. If you know anybody that could possibly help, I'm talking about if you got he said he got Instagram and Twitter. Go. How you do the private? How do I send that person a private chat, yo?
I
They on
don't know
YouTube.
how you do it from here.
You know what? Don't even worry about it. I didn't do it with Kimani, but I do it for myself because this is possibly a good cause. Trade Day. Get a pen and piece of paper or grab your phone. Text me real quick and say Trade Day YouTube or something like that so I know it's you. My phone number is 973-901-1616. If you need to hear that again, 973-901-1616. Hit me up. I'll connect you with her and we can go from there. Because I mean, hell, any little bit helps. And we got to do what we got to do to help this woman. Hands down. So with any luck, we'll see y'all next Wednesday. If we on next Wednesday, the title of the show will be Divide and Conquer 2. We got some stuff to break down. Trade Day 973-901-1616. One of the easiest phone numbers to remember. And hell, we might have an update for Constance next week. We never know. We're gonna see how. Oh, she back.
Guys, I had to get myself together. I'm sorry.
Now you good? We gonna get ready to log off. As a matter of fact, it might even be good that you came on. Here's the thing. Somebody in the chat said that they wish they could help you and everything like that. So I was gonna give them my phone number, but if you want, I'll give them your number. That way, and I'm gonna send you Kimani's also. But any updates you have, it's a platform you can come on anytime you want. All you gotta do is hit me up.
Okay.
And it's Wednesday, 8 p.m. or whatever. You're good. But we about to do our due diligence or whatever, and I'm going to pass on some information for you and to some other people with the hopes that we go ahead and pop this off. Because all it takes for the right media outlet to get this, it's going to be a wrap.
Okay. Thank you.
You are more than welcome. And just so you know, too, Jermaine is from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You right up the block. I'm East New York.
Bad star.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, bad star, do or die.
we, like I said to you, we are literally we're here for you, and
Thank you.
we're gonna do everything in our power to put some action behind this. You ain't by yourself, yo. Not no more.
Thank you.
You good.
Thank you.
Great. And mind you, I'm in Georgia, he in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So you good.
My son go to Light University. He's in Georgia. He played rugby. My son is Elijah Billups.
We'll look it up.
My son is the top 50th rugby player in United States of America.
What? Okay.
Look it up. His name is Elijah Billups.
Well, you tell him to talk to them damn boosters at that school to get some people behind the story. Fuck that. Like, damn that.
Yeah.
In school, we got to use like they said in Players Club, we got to use what we got to get what we want. You got to
absolutely
everybody. But
absolutely.
We're gonna go ahead and log off. Now, mind just before we do log off, are you on any other platforms besides TikTok?
Yeah. The kids they made X
on Twitter,
and they made the other one, with the yellow.
Oh, Snapchat
and
yeah, that shit's still around. Damn.
Because I'm on Facebook.
No, it might be good. Trade Day. So it's just your name, Constance Washington on Twitter. That's the name.
Yeah, I think so. Can I could look and can I send it to you?
Yeah, you can. Cause we want to get it to Trade Day, but that person should be hitting me up, so it's all good. But listen, we about to go ahead and log off and end the show. You have my number. You can hit me up anytime. Like I said,
thank you.
You're welcome to come on the show anytime you want to. It's all good. We're gonna do our part, and we're gonna keep you posted on any progress that we have, and you make sure that you keep on going. But now that the way that you move, don't be so stressful. Like you good. Like you ain't alone no more, and you got some real cats behind you that's willing to do our part. So we got you.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
you're welcome. So for everybody out there, we thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank
Please
you.
make sure that you share this live. Excuse me, this particular video. We have to get this story out. This story has to go viral. We got to get this on mainstream. Oh my God, Jermaine, we need to get the story to Black Dot.
Okay.
Matter of
Yep.
fact, we need to get the Black Dot, and you can get it to Zoe. Because Zoe may be able to get it to Corey Holcomb. So that could be a plus too. So we're gonna do our part. We're gonna do our best to get it out there to that independent media, and then we're gonna go from there. So we love you. We support you.
Thank you. Love you guys too. Thank you.
Got your back, and we're gonna do our part. For everybody, we'll see y'all next week.
Thank you.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.